So, me guys and gals, we are live and we are doing something completely different today, which is reacting to some Reddit Am I the A-hole posts and crazy stories. So that's what we're doing today. I thought, yeah, we're gonna do something crazy and something fresh and new today. So here we are, and yes, I will just, dive in. I haven't reacted to anything like this before, so it's gonna be very exciting as always, but in a new way. So let's check this out. Which one we're gonna choose, bro? I also already opened this one, but I didn't read it. I just had to adjust the window here, just that you know. But yeah, so what is? All right. Okay, cool. That's different. Well, so. Let's check this. Am I there for refusing to give my mom my savings after she found out how much I have? 19 female. Let's pick a spicy one right away. Not in terms of freaky, but some drama, right? Let's find some drama. For making my friend pay for my Uber home after she surprised me. Okay, that's already a little bit of, yeah, let's say, surprise, something exciting they want to put in there. Let's watch another one. Look for another. For not booking a private hotel room for my girlfriend and I. For reminding a guy I get absolutely nothing at a retirement gift when being asked to contribute another one. And we got Michaela in the chat on Twitch, and she says, well, she thought you said you wouldn't be live streaming for a while. Yes, and it's been a while, and I'm back, and appreciate that you're, right back at it, Michaela. And it's something different today, as you can see. I don't know if you ever read some Am I the Butthole Reddit stories. I haven't done this in my life, like not even personally. But now we're gonna react to this. All right, let's check this. Michaela, also tell me what you think will be exciting and interesting to react to. Which story? We're gonna search now for something. For not moving back with my dad just because he got divorced. For getting a cable guy fired. Let's check this. Oh, I think that's gonna be a little bit of a drama. Let's check this drama. Let's check this drama, alright? Michaela, you cool with this one? Am I the butthole for getting the cable guy fired? She said yes, she had read a lot of them. Alright, so you're more an expert. I will try my first moves here. So we're gonna go with this one. Oh, it was removed! It was removed by the moderator. Was it that crazy? Huh? What happened? What happened? No violence! Oh, there was violence included. Okay, we missed this one. Yeah, dude needed to be fired. He's done this to more than just... Don't tell me the cable guy hit her, bro. That's wild. That's wild. And Michaela says, yes, also try the most popular ones. New ones might not be as good. Okay, most popular. The most popular. We have to filter this, right? Best. The top, right? Top ones or hot ones. We got like best, sort by best. Hot, new, top, rising. Which one should I choose here? Michaela. Hot, new, top? Probably top, right? Top? Yeah, top it is, top. Top today. Alright. Did already... Okay. Ooh! Oh wow, yeah, Michaela, you didn't... promise too much. Am I the butthole for telling my friend she's too big to go to certain places? That's gonna be hurting, bro. Emotional pain. Let's check this one out. Oh boy. I already know some feelings were hurt in this one. Alright, let's check this. Weird title, but I'll roll with it. Roll with it, alright. So I'm 16 years old male. Was talking to my friend, 15-year-old female. Recently have been getting into urban exploring and was talking about it with her. She asked if she could come at some point. It's important to mention she's plus size. Okay, nothing wrong with that yet. But when he talks about urban exploring, it's like you have to get to some tight places and you have to whatever. Yeah, get to some I don't know, bro. Sketchy places and see. Oh, no, bro, please don't tell me he will hurt her feelings. I said, of course, but there would be a certain places she wouldn't be able to go because the only entrances were very small holes. Or there were parts you needed to be lifted into. All right? I didn't say it in a way that was intended to shame her. I just stated it like above. She got upset about what I said. I told her it wasn't meant to hurt her. You already hurt her, bro. You already hurt her. Oh man, she just wanted to explore a little bit with you, bro. But how? That's also the question. How should it be said in a different way, right? That's also the question. Well, let's check the rest out of it. I just wanted her to know for future reference, but she hung up on me, and we haven't talked since. Oh no, bro. Oh no. All right, is he the butthole? Edit. He made an edit. All right. There's more to know here. I feel I should mention this. I didn't mention her size just because I mentioned it because of her wanting to go to a specific place. And that one happens to have a very small entrance. All right. And several parts that are hard to squeeze through. Well, all right. Well, if he really likes her, all right? And it's not in a romantic way. He just likes her as a person, right? Maybe he could have told her that they can go to a certain one, but it's another one, not this tight one, right? He will save the trip with her for a lost place and urban exploring for a little bit more wider entrances, you know. So he doesn't have to hurt her like that. Oh boy, you know she's 15. I know he didn't mean to hurt her, but she's 15, right? That's like the age where girls are the most insecure about their body, right? But he didn't, bro. He's also not that, bro. He's not. Oh, let's read it to the end. But because of that, I mentioned it was something that might happen at several places, and I said that it was okay because there were many places she could go. All right, and I would take her there. Just wanted to clarify for a few comments he got. But thanks everyone, he really appreciated the insight and feel he has better perspective now. All right, cool, so he did it. He did it like that. I think he's not the butthole. But, yeah. You know what, he was just honest. He didn't insult her, he just said, hey, if we go there, because imagine he would have taken her there, and then she wouldn't have been able to get through it. She would be probably, embarrassed, right? She would feel embarrassed. So he even saved her some embarrassment, you know? And he offered her, hey, let's go to another place where it's not that tight and narrow, you know? I think he's not the butthole. What do you think, Michaela? What do you think? Yeah, but you also have to be realistic. Yes, Michaela. You also don't think he's a butthole, right? I think also he's not the butthole. He is not. He saved her some embarrassment and offered her another option. So yeah, he's fine. I don't think no one hated him here, right? Yeah, not the butthole. All right. Yeah. Ooh, whoa, he agrees, they agree with this. A kid got thrown off a roller coaster in Orlando and he was really big. Sucks, but not everything is for everyone. I wasn't there, but my understanding is he was very big and the safety harness didn't close. Wow, that's bad, bro. So there's a reason, bro. They checking your height and your weight, bro. I think it's also with if you go skydiving, right? If you're heavier than 90 kilograms, I think, then you're not allowed to jump, like with a tandem master, right? Well, Michaela, how would you rate this one? You said you have a lot of experience. Like from 0, it was absolutely lame AITA, or it was like 10 out of 10, it was an amazing AITA for entertainment. How would you rank this one? That was my first one I checked out. Would be interesting what a seasoned AITA reader thinks about this one. All right, what's that? For reminding a guy I got absolutely nothing as a retirement, we already had it. Because it's 6 for entertainment. All right. Not too bad. For assuming leftovers go in the fridge, to telling my dad that he treats me like a roommate, not his kid. Ooh, maybe. What do you think about this one, Michaela? Just gonna look up for another one. For not booking a private hotel, for standing up to my mom after a Facebook post and raising my voice at my wife. Okay, that sounds like drama. Let's check this one out. It's a short one also. And Michaela says, some get real crazy. Yeah, I bet. But probably some of those are also just, let's say, creative writing, right? Some of those are not real. Sometimes they're fake, right? They're just a LARPing. They just want to write something entertaining for people to read or react to, right? But let's check out what this is, if this person is a butthole and if this is real or fake. So, AITA for standing up to my mom after a Facebook post and raising my voice at my wife. My wife, 29 years old, and I, 31-year-old male, have a 6-month-old daughter. Well, okay, it's already family business. Before she was born, we agreed we didn't want photos posted publicly. Oh, I know where this is going, bro. Mom, you better not post a picture on the social media of your grandchild, bro. Me personally also, but I totally understand every single parent who say, don't post pictures of my child on social media. I don't care if you're the grandmother or the granddad or you're the ice cream man. I don't care. You don't post any pictures of my child if I don't want that, bro. Oh no, mom, what are you doing? My mom, 58, female, usually respects this, until last week when she posted a clear picture of our daughter at the park. No, mom, what are you doing? You're attracting all those offenders online. Endangering your granddaughter. And I know she doesn't do this on purpose, but turn your brain on. Boomer, turn your brain on. I asked her to take it down and explain it's about privacy and consent. She claimed that the dad was only doing it because of his wife. And then he didn't really care. So, oh no, don't tell me she's making this, you love your wife more than me. Like this, like this mother-in-law hate for the wife. Oh no. I raised my voice and told her she is crossing the line. You're crossing the line, Alfie. What line am I crossing for? I think you blind us. And making our already complicated marriage hard. Oh, it's already complicated. Oh wow. So there's something in the bushes. My mom says I was disrespectful. Later, I talked to my wife about it. She said I was right to stand firm, but then said my mom probably won't babysit again. Ooh, wow. They're putting some, well, they're not putting boundaries, but his mom won't do it again because she's probably mad. And that she can't be trusted around our daughter. Oh, well, also the wives. I understand this, bro. I understand this. If the mother did this mistake, okay, everyone makes some mistakes once in a while, right? That's also pretty, not that good of a like, it wasn't good that she posted this, but she doesn't even have this, she confesses it was a mistake. She doesn't even accept it that she was wrong. Then she's really not trusted. It's an indicator not to be trusted, right? It's not like you have to cut off your mom now, but it's not a good sign. I told my wife she was overreacting and that it wasn't fair to punish my mom for one mistake. Oh yeah, he's trying to balance it. The conversation escalated quickly and I ended up raising my voice at her too. Wow. At least there were no hands thrown. That's the upside. Oh man. Is he the butthole for standing up to his mom and for already handled his wife's reaction? I think both of them needed a check. I think he's not the butthole. He's not the butthole. But it depends how he was talking with his wife, because she is, let's say, also infringed in her motherhood for a child, because the mother-in-law was disrespecting her also by posting this picture, not only the son or the kid itself. So also understand the wife. it depends why he shouted at her. That I can't really rate. But I would say he's not the butthole overall. Because the mom needed a check. He needed to check his wife. That it's not a completely we cut her out of her life. But it depends why he shouted at her. That would be like the last question we need to answer. But I say overall, he's not the butthole. What do you think, Michaela? What do you think? And also, because the Facebook one sounds good. Yeah. We're on the same page. And she says, yeah, she think a little of them are fake or repeats of other posts. Yeah, like a little bit of LARPing. A lot, she says. A lot. All right. And these stories always make her mad on how rude and disrespectful so many people are. Yeah, sometimes maybe it's even rage bait. But the thing is also life is sometimes so crazy that it's just real, right? But she says, yeah, the wife did nothing wrong to her. Yeah, I think also it really depends what went on with them that he felt like he had to shout at her. I don't know what she did. That's a little bit like, yeah, but overall, overall, I would say no. But it really comes down what their energy was while they were discussing this with his wife. Not not the butthole for your mom, but the butthole for your wife. But it's also the thing, right? You I don't know what it is, bro, but sometimes parents, the older they get, the more childish they become. And I think almost everybody who lived through their 20s and 30s and 40s knows what I'm talking about. It's sometimes they're like almost like degenerating your parents, and you become the parent for your parents, right? Where you think like, what? This person raised me? They are that sometimes backwards in their thinking and their actions, right? It's crazy. And you ask yourself, were they also like this when I was a child? But then you tell yourself, no, that can't be the case, bro. That can't be the case. They were like that when I was a child. It's some I don't know, like not midlife crisis, but I don't know what this is, bro. That parents turn childish when they get older. It's wild. I don't know what this is, but it's a thing. It's a thing. It's very, very weird. I at least hope parents weren't like this when they were raising their children. Maybe it's because they don't have to raise children anymore. That's why they get a little bit loose up there. Right? I'm just gonna live life. I'm gonna go crazy. No responsibilities anymore. Whatever. Because it's, yes, so true. And they think just because they're old that they are right and everyone else is wrong. Yeah, it's like this elder stubbornness. And it's, man. Then it's the question if we end up like this when we are like in our 60s or 70s, right? Hopefully not, bro. that's one of the boundaries we have to set, that we don't cross this line, bro. Okay, I think that's pretty clear. Oh, you're the butthole your mom made okay, but they all say like he's the butthole because he was shouting at his wife, as it seems. Yeah. They all say the mom is like the butthole, but he gets the butthole because he was shouting at his wife. Yeah. I think some more details would have been interesting in the discussion with his wife, or a fight that it turned into. All right, cool. Let's go on to the next one. All right, AITA for not giving a blanket. For taking a break from a family gathering. Then I told my friend not to talk to me if she doesn't want my honest opinion. Ooh, that sounds like drama. We're gonna go into this one. What are you sensing, Michaela? Rate, Michaela, how do you rate the Facebook AITA from 0 to 10? And Michaela says, and some people say not to yell at old people because they don't know any better, but they do know better because they are old and have went through life. Yeah, it's like this paradox, right? They say they know everything better because they went through it, but then people say don't shout at them because they don't know no better. I mean, if they like got Alzheimer's or dementia, that's a completely different story. You will make yourself mad if you get mad at those, and you will hurt yourself because then they're poor souls, right? But if they like fully there, but just a crazy childish, like that's a that's a test of your of your patience, right? And you can only win if you don't get triggered and react to them. You have to keep your composure. Otherwise, they will win, your parents, and they will trigger you. You have to keep your composure, bro. That's the only way to win this, to not play this game and still winning. Okay, Michaela ramps it up. It was a 7 out of 10, the Facebook. Let's check this one out. AITA for that I told my friend not to talk to me if she doesn't want my honest opinion. Sorry if it's broken, despite it being my first language. English has always been kind of tricky for her. Oh, okay. All right, interesting information at the beginning, but well, whatever. A little bit of context. My friend Anne, female 20, does a lot of things impulsively and ends up getting some negative consequences out of it. All right, seems like taking action without thinking 1 or 2 thoughts before doing it. All right, at least no one can tell Anne that she is, hesitant. But let's see where this is going. Nothing illegal or terribly awful. It's things like accidentally talking about something that she shouldn't have spoken about, or naively going into situations that don't sound the most trustworthy. Okay, it's like some sort of like, you have to protect her from herself a little bit. Almost like this naivety of How I Met Your Mother, right? With Honey, right? Where everything says, oh, honey, right? But it's also like you told something confidential, and they just put it on the table with this very person that shouldn't know it, right? Like, oh boy. Like, didn't you get the memo? We talked about this. You should keep this to yourself. Some people don't have the filters. And then you have to understand for yourself, don't tell them those things anymore because they don't have the filter. You will learn this only once if you make it smart. You will maybe learn it twice or a third time if you give them a second or third chance. A little context to me. I, female 21, am an extremely blunt person. I mean well, but sometimes my delivery can come off a little too raw and honest. Just to be clear, never say never. Go to somebody and say they're being an awful insult. More as I point out exactly what they did wrong and why it wasn't correct. Okay, so she's checking people if they do something wrong. All right. The thing is, I let all my friends know that I will be happy to help them, but I'm always gonna give my honest advice and opinion. I would rather hear the truth than dance around the subject because I don't like fluff. Nothing wrong with that, right? She's just, straight to the point. However, the kicker is, I don't give unsolicited advice. I will only give my 2 cents if I'm asked. All right, also not too bad, right? Not everyone wants to know your opinion or your advice. And if you let people come to you and ask you for it, there's nothing wrong. They want to know. But this is going somewhere. And Michaela says this one sounds like an 8 already. She has to go, but might come back later. Bye. It was wonderful. It was a pleasure to have you, Michaela. And let's see if this is like the justified 8. And here. Recently, my friend had come up to her and asked some advice about boys. She was frustrated because a lot of her advances don't work. She's kind of like me in the manner of, we wish we were in a relationship. All right, so like they're like a little more like long time singles, but yeah, they bond about this as it seems. And however, I'm more on the side of sitting and waiting. If it will happen, it will happen, all right? She's the person to jump into any relationship and get upset when it fails, even though she's just open to take any kind of guy without setting any standards and boundaries. All right, she's like some sort of this, it's better than nothing. We'll jump right into it. Well, yeah, Tony Robbins would say, you have to raise your standards. So I took a bit of a pause and I had told her that honestly, I think what is happening isn't surprising. And that she doesn't set any boundaries and she's too impatient to actually find a decent guy. And you also have to think about it, right? When you jump from one relationship into another with like deadbeat guys or deadbeat girls, and in this time, the right woman or the right man would walk by, but you're taken, well, then you probably won't end up with the right person. Because they either will say, I don't do anything with people in a relationship, or they won't even get it started with you, like approaching you. And even if they do, well, what do you do then? You have to break up, and if you can't break up, you will have to cheat. And it's like, nah, it's just not the way. Just be open for the right people with their standards, right? And the part where I think I kind of messed up was, I told her it comes across that she doesn't respect herself, since it seems she just throws caution at the wind and will take anything that is available. Well, we had a video on the UDYZYZ Live Live channel about self-respect yesterday. You can check it out if you'd like to. And she's probably now going into the mode of, she's way too easy to get, right? She's a little bit promiscuous. Let's check out how she reacted, like how Anne reacted. She got upset at me and told me that I was basically calling her easy. Yeah, exactly. Which wasn't my intention. It didn't help that I told her interpretation of my words aren't my responsibility. All right, that's true, how she interprets that, but it sounds pretty much that she is, what she was saying is that she's easy, right? Like, how would you interpret that, right? She doesn't set any boundaries and she's too impatient. No, what was this one here? She doesn't respect herself. It seems she throws caution at the wind and will take anything that is available. That's some sort of sounds that she called her easy. And I don't really know how she want to get out of this and then saying, it's not up to me what you're interpreting into my words. Like, you essentially called her easy. There's not really another interpretation of that. But let's read on. If you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. I know I probably messed up somewhere, but I was generally trying to do that tough love and blunt awakening of the issues at hand. Okay, she wrote and added, but so far, I mean, now you have to define if this is like a butthole move. But you can't argue with that the fact that she called her easy in just different type of words. That's the fact, bro. And we got Marcel in the chat on YouTube. It's a pleasure to have you, Marcel. And yeah, we were reacting to some AITA on Reddit. You just joined in on the climax of this story. Let's check this out, the edit. Hey, thank you everybody for your advice. It's not the easiest to hear, but it's definitely 100% needed. Me and my friend are planning to talk tomorrow and I'm absolutely going to be giving her the apology she needs. I'm going to take the accountability of my fault since I caused this. I'm also really bad with social cues. Okay, that's now coming full circle with telling people straight to the point what she thinks, which is not that bad, but you don't have to necessarily hurt people if you're straight to the point, right? You can still do it in an empathetic and human type of way, right? So, yeah. But let's read this in. I'm also really bad with social cues. This actually helps me a lot more than you think. I'm sure me and my friend can get through this as we have been friends for over 6 years, but it's gonna need some serious work on my end. Well, I mean, we have to take a look at both sides of the coins. Like the author of this post definitely called Anne easy. Just not with the word easy, but with other words. And on the other side, Anne, if she takes every guy that just walks by because she can't be alone and think it's better than nothing, and she undermines her own value and standards, well, what is she then to you? I mean, being easy is not that far away if you're in this situation acting like this, right? So she was asking for advice, like Anne was asking for advice. Victoria told her what she thinks, and it's some sort of applied. Yeah, She's not necessarily the butthole, Victoria. But with a tough love thing, I don't know if that is the right way in this moment. But I would have rather asked, like, what is the reason you're always taking a guy that is not in your league? Like, you deserve better. You are in a higher league. Why are you taking those guys? That would be my question. Not, hey, you're so easy. Why you let every guy between your legs, right? Like, I would have liked to know, to get to the root cause of this without judging the person, right? So yeah. Well, I think probably they. How do you rate this story, Marcel? What do you think about, is she the butthole or not? Is Victoria the butthole? Okay, a soft, you're the butthole. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Also, this person says delivery matters, right? Yeah. Yeah. She need to be honest, but you don't have to insult people, right? You can do it still in a just human, empathetic kind of way. So yeah, I think that's probably like also the most upvoted here. Yeah. I think. Yeah, they think the same, the people here. The judges made their verdict. So yeah, all right. It wasn't too crazy. This one. Let's search for another one. AITA for leaving my friend at an aquarium during a hangout, for not wanting to go through my part of a deal, even though my boyfriend says it's a good idea. Whoa, what does this mean? AITA for not wanting to go through with my part of a deal, even though my boyfriend says it's a good idea. Oh, let's check this out. All right, Flamingo. Me, 18 years old female, and my boyfriend, 18 years old male, have had this ongoing argument about me changing my hair color. For some context, all throughout my childhood I was a natural blonde, and as I got older I got darker. My natural hair color now is brunette color. That happens. Even if you're a ginger like me, I had very, very red hair, but over the years it got more also brunette. My beard is still pretty red, but also had it like this on top. But yeah, the colors change for most people. And my boyfriend in the past has only ever dated emo girls and or only girls with darker hair. This bothers me because I'm the complete opposite. Well, you don't have to be like his ex-girlfriends, right? Like, why should you compare yourself? He decided to be with you to love you, to be in a relationship. Why do you need to keep up this emo girl streak or emo girl ideal? What? Everything I know is pink and my hair is very blonde. I go get my hair done every 6 months. All right. So she's dyeing it blonde again, from brunette to blonde, because she wants to have her old blondness back, as it seems, right? Now to the deal. My boyfriend has been saying he wants to buzz his hair off, and I told him that he wouldn't look good with it, and to please not, because I just wouldn't like it. Okay, fair enough, bro. You can tell your partner that you wouldn't find this attractive, but at the end of the day, it's the choice of your partner, right? But it's totally fine to address this, right? And she said please, so probably she wasn't saying like, if you do this, I will not jump into bed with you, or I will say goodbye, right? So she had maybe a mature conversation with him about this. But let's go on. He has been telling me that I should go brunette, natural for a while, because he thinks I would look good with it. Okay, so he wanted to buzz his hair off, and she should go brunette, but she doesn't like him with buzzed hair off, and he wants her because he thinks it would look okay. This sounds like a little bit like like a conflict of interest. The deal is that if he doesn't buzz his hair, okay, now we got it. If he doesn't buzz his hair, then I will go natural. All right, if he will keep his long hair, she will go natural brunette. That's the deal. All right, I've been hesitant about switching hair colors for 3 reasons. 1, because I've basically been blonde my whole life, no matter if it was natural or unnatural. What? Well, she was brunette at some points, right? Because if she wouldn't, then she wouldn't have known she's brunette now, natural. So that's already like a false statement, right? So yeah, she has been brunette in her life at some point. All right. Second, because I feel like he's trying to make me look like the rest of the girls he dated. Okay, I can understand that, right? That you say, hey, I don't want to be like a replacement for your ex-girlfriends, but we read the topic, we read the title. It said not keeping up with her part of the deal. If she made the deal with him and he kept his long hair and she didn't pull through with her part, then yeah, she messed up. That's bad of her, right? Because she should have told right from the beginning, I don't want to do this, and I won't do this because I don't want to be like your ex-girlfriends. And it's totally fine if she's staying like that, but don't agree on the deal. But let's read this to the end. Maybe there's more information that will make it clearer. And 3, I just like being blonde. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's fair enough. But the first statement and the second statement is a little bit shaky with the context, let's say. I have voiced all of these things I feel to him, and he just says that it's not that deep and to trust him and do it. Okay. So they didn't make the deal. And she stated all 3 things. Then it's totally fine. As long as they didn't make the deal. Right. Okay, he's saying, no, it's not that deep. The main thing that bothers me is that I feel like he's trying to transform me into his type instead of me just being myself. He also said he wishes I would get over the color pink, which adds on to why I feel this way. Okay, it already sounds like this guy is really trying to change her into something she doesn't want to be. And that's not good. That's tricky, bro. Sounds a little bit manipulative, bro. The thing is also, if you're brunette, that's most of the time for brunette women, it's way bigger risk and fear to go blonde, right? Because that's like a big change. But if like a blonde woman goes into brunette, like the perception for, I think, the majority is more like, all right, okay, it's also interesting that you're wearing this like this now, right? But I think for a blonde woman to go brunette is probably easier than a brunette woman going blonde, right? Because I think you can mess up a lot if you don't have the right hair dye because then it turns out orange and whatnot, all these accidents, right? Or just gives a whole another perception of you, right? And it's not to judge blonde girls or brunette girls, but I think it's like that, right? Or correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't ever been a blonde woman and haven't ever been a brunette woman, but that's what it goes through my head when I think of this. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe it's easier to go from blonde to brunette. Whatever. Post in the comments if I'm wrong or right, or in the chat. Let's read this to the end. As of today, we kept having the argument. He told me that I'm not as attractive with my blonde, so that led me to ask him, why are you dating a blonde then if you don't like blonde? That's where he all messed up big time, bro. He lost it, bro. He lost it here. It was already weird at this point. He also said wishes I would go over color pink, which adds to my... That's already pretty, not cool to tell your partner, like, she loves the color pink. And you tell, stop loving what you're loving. And it's not hurting anybody, she's loved the color pink. That was already weird and not cool of him, and here he completely messed it up. Not as attractive as in blonde. Yeah, no. He's already the butthole, if there's not a major change now. And he told me that he could tell I wasn't a natural blonde and was hoping I would go back natural for him. Oh, he started a relationship with her because he was smelling she was brunette and fitting his emo type girl. Yeah. Favorite type. And he was hoping to change her. Bro, don't ever go into a relationship with someone with the mindset of, I'm changing him, I'm changing her. Don't do this. You don't do this. You're hurting yourself, you're hurting this person. Your time is invested horribly. And it's just bad. Again, very, very, very bad idea. Only go into a relationship if this person is meeting your standards, if you got the right vibe, if you share the same values. And it's not like you have to be the same person, right? This person can be different. And that's the beauty of it, because like something's like polarizing, but it sticks together, right? It's like the spice on it. But there need to be a major agreement on very important things in life. And if this is the match, then you can have all the different colors around it. But don't try to take colors like the color pink of this person if they love it and that's their color. Oh boy. Well, they're both 18, so maybe it's their first relationship. Which doesn't what doesn't mean this can't be true love or for the rest of their life, right? But you're still pretty young, and if it's your first relationship, it's about experience, right? And yeah, seemed like this dude still has to learn a few things or a lot of things. So let's go on. Which I feel like is bold of him to assume. The other main reason this is a big deal for me is because my hair grows very slow, and if I dye it, it will be that color for years and probably be hard to get back to blonde if I put dye over it. If I end up changing my mind. I've also told him this, but he told me that his feelings for me will probably not last if I keep my hair how it is right now, even though I like it. What it's so childish, what it's so immature. Just imagine this dude, right? Just imagine he's talking to her. Well, I don't really know if my feelings will last long enough until you dye your hair. So better dye your hair. Or I will have to leave you. You forces me to leave you. You're disrespecting my feelings if you don't dye. What a fool, bro. What a clown. That was like the final strike, bro. Like, he's the butthole, bro. She's asking, so AITA for not wanting to keep my side of the deal, even though I feel like he's trying to change me into what he wants. I think she didn't mention a single time she agreed on the deal. So there is no deal. If she agreed on the deal and they're not coming through, then she would be the butthole. But how I read it, she didn't agree to the deal, so there's no deal. And he's just a manipulative, immature boy trying to satisfy his emo girl kink on a blonde, pink, color-loving girl he chose to be in a relationship with, so he's the butthole. Clearly, bro. Clearly. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah. Not the how. Okay, they're saying she is the butthole for making the deal and trying to renegotiate. Okay, if she made the deal in this, left understood like that, yeah. I also said if she made the deal, not keeping the promise of her side of her deal apart, then she is the butthole. But this dude is also butthole at the same time because he's a manipulative, immature clown. But it doesn't read like she made the deal, so yeah. Whatever. Definitely the dude is a butthole. Depending if she made the deal or made the not, she's the butthole too or not. Yeah. Was an interesting one. I don't know when I will start rating the AITAs. I need some more experience with it. So, let's get another one. Ooh. AITA for flying to visit my boyfriend for his birthday. Even though my mom strongly disapproved. For ruining my own birthday. Maybe this one, maybe. Am I blind and stupid, or is it not big of a deal? It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to me yet. For asking to have stuff I lend back. For refusing to go to my cousin's house. Because a new coach wants to work with me. Maybe. I'm gonna go with this. For being annoyed when my friend is on the phone when we hang out. Concert ticket struggle. For not running after my BSF. Talking back. For not giving answers to help my friend pass the test. Oh! Let's check this one out, bro. We all know this, bro. The situation where someone could help you on the test and they're like, no, don't look at my piece of paper. If it's your friend and you don't want to get them into trouble, okay, so then just don't try to get them into trouble, right? But sometimes that's a very smart person like, no, don't watch. But also they don't want to get in trouble. I also understand. Whatever. We have to, no judgment before we don't know all the information. AITA for not giving answers to help my friend pass the test. Hi, I'm from a private school. I have this friend, let's call him Clark. Now Clark is pretty popular among my peers. I met him in way before high school. We met each other since he needed colors for an art project, and of course I gave him since I'm a good guy. After art class, he offered to become my friend, so I gladly accepted. Alright, okay. Sounds like they were bonding. One guy helped another, but now we'll get the turn. Fast forward a couple of years, we are now both in high school. So friends for years already. And we hang out sometimes because he is a basketball varsity and he doesn't have a lot of time. One Tuesday, I had to do a makeup task for math, and he also needed to do that. Once we've arrived in the conference, we did our task. 5 minutes passes and Clark says, hey, OP, can you give me some answers so I can ace this? Obviously, I asked, why do you need help? Didn't you study? Bro, like, if you don't want to give the answers, just say no. Don't even go with this slick Alec. Didn't you study? Like, just tell no right from the start. Like what should you answer now that would change your mind? Why do you need this information is the question. If we say, yeah, I studied, so please still give me the answers. Then you could say, why did you need my answers if you studied? Yeah. If he says, no, I didn't study, that's why I need your help. Like, oh yeah, but I can help you. You know, like this question itself, just say no, bro, I don't want to get into trouble. I can't show you. Please, bro, don't get me into trouble now. Okay, that's totally fine, but then address it, say it clearly. Clark replied, come on, bro, just give me it. We're friends, right? I kept declining his offer to give my answers to Clark. All right? At least he then said it clearly. No, I won't give it to you. All right. As long... I mean, you don't want to get into trouble, and if it's not worth to risk it, okay, all right, you don't have to. Once I finished my makeup task, I was going to leave before Clark pulled me back saying, Opie, just give me the answers. I don't want to get scolded by my parents for this. Instead of giving the answers, I just left him in the conference. So far, we haven't talked since then. I'm assuming he failed. Is he the butthole, bro? I mean, if there was a situation where he could have really given him the answers without risking his own test, and he still didn't give it for whatever reason, then OP is the butthole. But if they would have been way too risky and he would have get into trouble if he would have given the answers to Clark, then he's not the butthole. You know, with this story, we need some more information sometimes to really make the judgment here. Okay, that's also what I say, not the butthole. Easiest way to tank your future is to get caught cheating. Not the butthole, but to clarify, is the task a test? Are you allowed to share answers? If not, what is the consequence for getting caught? The task is a test. You're not allowed to share answers. You would get a slip and that gets your grades to... Yeah, okay. Yeah. Again. If it's like that, then yeah, don't. It would be too risky. Then don't do it. And then it's all right. Then it's all right, right? But you don't have to say, Why you need my answers? Didn't you study? Just say, bro, stop talking to me. It's risky. I don't want to risk my grades. Please respect that, bro. That's totally fine, but say it clearly. And don't start a discussion. Just set the boundary and it's over. Then you have more time to focus, and this dude also understood, okay, I won't get down, so I have to get my ish together. So yeah, I would say finally not the butthole, because it probably was too risky. For telling my friend alone need to sit in the front. For asking what is wrong. For saying a lot of your thoughts instead of your thoughts in a conversation until now. What? Those titles are not that catchy. When I am male 35, ask for no more half-hearted reply to my friend. Male 35, because lately it's been that way. For snitching about a party. They're pretty young, right? Those people that posting these stories, yeah? Like this, most of them is like in their teens or early 20s, right? Yeah, like we got some films in the 30s, but this may be the snitching one. We're gonna go with that, or for calling my sister I miss her a freeloader. What? For talking to my ex in a group chat with our friends. For choosing my boyfriend's side. After my mom wanted to evict us for taking in a neglected cat. Oh, that sounds like drama. Maybe this one. Did I ruin my Mother's Day? Oh, we reached the end of today's. Oh, there was nothing too, let's say exciting here that I would. Let's go with this week, bro. Let's check what is more there. For suing my friend when she didn't come to my wedding? What? That sounds crazy. Let's check this one out. Oh, got 22K upvotes. Let's read this one. Is this the case that like these wedding stories at AITA are like the craziest, bro? Let's check this out. Would I be the butthole for suing my friend when she didn't come to my wedding? I, 25 female, recently got married to my 25 male husband in Bali, Indonesia in January. It was a destination wedding, but my parents and his parents paid for their own plane tickets and hotel. But we paid for our friends' plane tickets and hotel stays. Okay, now we already know where it's going with the suing, right? She wants her money back because she didn't show up, oh boy. Each plane ticket was about $2,000 and hotel was about maybe $150 to $300 for a week. That's cheap. At least the hotel. My friend Gemma brought along her newlywed husband John along, but paid for his plane ticket. All right. And Gemma will be the one that's about to get sued. She's going to jail. The problem is that Gemma and John did not show up to my wedding. Gemma took the free plane ticket to Bali and the hotel room. And when I asked her why she didn't show up, she said that since they couldn't afford their own honeymoon, that this was the perfect opportunity that Jim decided that he didn't feel like going. That's such an L, bro. Gemma's already the butthole. That's so rude and disrespectful, bro. To getting this 2K plus cash grab for your own honeymoon and completely drop your friend. It's like betrayal on a whole new level, bro. Not only for the money, but for the wedding and the exploiting. Whoa, Gemma is trash, bro. I was really hurt by this since Gemma and I have been friends for over 10 years. That's crazy. A decade thrown into the trash like this. Would I be the butthole if I took her to small claims court for the money I spent on the plane ticket and hotel? I don't really know if you want to get yourself in this toxic, disgusting level with Gemma. I would just cut her out of my life. I would just give her a real proper check like verbally, not like the check, give me my money back. And tell her you're disgusting. You're so disrespectful and you ruined our 10-year friendship, and you won't be part of my life anymore. Bye. That's it. That's like money. These $2,000 plus. It was the money you had to spend to find out who is your real friend. And that's like knowledge and wisdom that you gained. That's what you paid the $2,000 for. That's what you paid the money for. And that's, I have to tell you, that's something invaluable to find out if your friend is a true friend or a fake friend. Yeah? Most of the times you find out if friends are real friends when it comes down to money. Also often when it comes down when you have a very bad time, if they're there for you. But that's one of the ways you find out if someone is a real friend or a fake friend. And yeah, I wouldn't sue her. That would be a just toxic move, and you get sucked into her disgusting ways. I would just cut her out of my life. One clear statement: you're trash, you're disgusting. We will part from here. I don't want to have to do anything with you anymore. Bye. That's it. It's over. That would be it. And we got Point in the chat on YouTube. Let me know your pronouns, Point. I can address you the right way. It would help me out big time. He said, "What's your opinion on people who play Marvel Rivals?" I don't have an opinion on any games because I don't game, bro. I'm not a gamer. What do you think about people who play Marvel Rivals? And we got Cindy in the chat on Twitch. It's a pleasure to have you. Cindy says, "You're still doing Discord, or you don't have it anymore?" Oh, we still have Discord, but it's been in a hibernation a little bit, right? Lately, we have to revive it at some point again, Cindy. So it's a good point you're making. That's yeah, something we have to do and revive at some point again. Absolutely. But we're doing some Discord reaction and some Reddit reactions at the moment, yes. And oh, there's an update. I messaged Gemma per multiple comments advising me to invoice her for the plane ticket and hotel room, but I did something a little better. I wanted to get proof, so if I had to go to court, it would be easier to win. I messaged her this: "Hey, sorry for being so distant, but I just wanted to talk to you about Bali. I'm hurt that you didn't show up to the ceremony. I pulled a lot of strings to ensure that you could come, and then you didn't show up. Did you think I paid for the trip just so you could honeymoon with John?" Oh boy, I don't really know where it's going. So, you know what happens now, that like OP is now getting into the same, yeah, like down low moves, right? Like, "Oh no, I will trap you, and then I will get you to court, and I will get all my money, and I will rub it in your face." You know, like, she gets now infected by the toxicity and this betrayal, disgusting ways of Gemma. You know, I don't know if this is worth the $2,000. You know, and then also like all this trouble and struggle and stress you have to do to yourself to then sue her and with the attorney. I don't know. That's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. She replied, "I've missed you a lot, and I know the trip was for your wedding, but John didn't want to go because he felt like your wedding ruined the illusion of the trip being our honeymoon. And then you would understand." Bro, it sounds like John is the butthole, bro. Two, John and Gemma, they're both trash, bro. What an egotistic, disgusting trash person. Just imagine, John, "We can't go to the wedding of your friend. It would completely destroy my illusion of our honeymoon. We can't do this, Gemma." What a trash person John is, bro. John, you're trash, and Gemma, you too. Oh boy. I replied, "No, I don't understand. You took advantage of me, and that's not what real friends do. So I'm invoicing you $2,378.53 for the cost of the plane ticket and hotel room. I will give you 30 days, and after that I will be taking legal action." Oh boy. Don't go on this down low level of Gemma and John. I received no response, but she's been posting subliminal quotes on Instagram that are along the lines of entitled friends and having snakes in your life. Bro, the entitlement. The entitlement of Gemma. So yeah, John and Gemma are not only the butthole, they're just trash. Thank you for all the verdicts and help. Yeah. The thing is, OP is not the butthole, but she gets herself sucked into a down low level. That's not necessary. It's not necessary. And the thing is, you would have spent this 2K no matter what. Even if she betrayed you or you would have visited your wedding, you would have spent those dollars. And you don't had a friend on your wedding for this $2,000, but you had the learning and now the truth that you can cut out Gemma out of your life. Just imagine it would have been another case where it's not about money, something way more important, right? And she would have betrayed you, or would have been about a bigger amount of money, 10K or whatever, right? Like, I would have accepted the money I spent to find out if Gemma was my real friend or not, and I got the truth. I paid $2,000 plus for the truth, and the truth is invaluable. But yeah, well, your mileage may vary. So yeah, let's check the comments. So yeah, people are, they all say that she's not the butthole. She isn't, but in my opinion, she shouldn't get on this down low level of Gemma and John. 2K from skip my wedding would be heated too. All day, no, all right. Yeah. Seems like they're supporting her into this billing thing. Seems like no one got the thought that I had with the truth. Okay, good wife even says, "Oh wow, if you're done with this friendship, go ahead and sue her." All right, all right. So yeah, everyone got their own opinion. Let's check another one. For making my friend pay for my Uber home after she surprised me. This one again. Not with my dad. Alright. Asking my friend to pay me back for the wine he drank while house sitting. For wanting my Spanish teacher to stop calling me by the Spanish version of my name. For refusing to tell the man in my family about my period. What? For beating my date in game of pool. Okay, they're not too spicy or dramatic so far. For only talking to my DIL in a group chat that my son is part of. For confronting my friend in front of my people when she implied I'm an alcoholic. It's also like the upvotes, right? Like there's all 4K, 5K. The other had 15K, and this was the highest voted, right? 22K. The suing wedding Bali story is the top notch at the moment, as it seems. But we're not only going for the upvotes, we're also going about the topics in the title. For seeking a new bank account without telling my mom after significant loss of money. For calling out my best friend for stealing from me. Oh. Ooh. Alright. Sounds dramatic. AITA for calling my best friend for stealing from me. I, 34 female, hosted my best friend, 32 female, for a week recently. We've been friends for over 10 years. I've lived across the country for the last 6. Wow, all these long-term friendships that get destroyed through money and sketchy betrayal moves. Context, I have a blazer with beaded tassels that she loves. Not that it matters, but it's $300. She asked me for it several times over the past 2 years. Don't you want just to give it to me already? It's more my style and never wear it, never say never. To which I always laugh it off and say I love that blazer. Well, bro, bro, if she's that needy for this blazer that she's stealing it, bro. Why not ask where she got it, that you can buy it yourself? But I know, especially women are like, how dare you to wear the same blazer that I do? That you're wearing the same clothing, like, and guys at a party, if they see each other with the same t-shirt, like, yo, bro, you got a wonderful taste, bro. They're bonding over this, and women fight over this, right? But isn't there also like Google Lens, where you can just, with the phone, the camera, and then you find it on the internet and can buy it yourself? Because she couldn't forbid her to buy herself this blazer, right? But stealing it, it's tricky. When she was visiting, she asked again if she could just have it. And I laughed and said, no, I don't want to give it away, but you're welcome to wear it to dinner. Okay, she's sharing. Or she's sharing, she's borrowing it. Come on, that's an act of friendship. Right? OP? Let's see how she gets betrayed now, unfortunately. Her flight was early, Thursday morning. We hugged goodbye, but I was asleep and only heard her make coffee and get ready before leaving. 2 days later, I'm getting dressed and just have this feeling. I look for the blazer in my closet and it is not where it normally is. I look everywhere, including my dirty laundry, because surely she didn't take it. Surely she didn't take it. I texted her asking if she knew where it was. Maybe she wore it to dinner and left it in my car and I forgot. No. Oh boy. No, the big revelation. She took it. She said she was cold and running late for her Uber, and that it was the only thing she was sure would fit her. Okay, sounds like a very cheap excuse of, yeah, the thief. Sounds like a very, very cheap excuse, right? When she was begging for this blazer for 2 years, all of a sudden, oh, it was so cold, it was the only thing I was trying to find and fitting. Oh, yeah. Not your cards are not too well, thief. But let's read this to the end. Maybe there's a big twist and I'm wrong. We've been sharing clothes over a decade. Everything I own fits her and she knows it. Beyond that, this blazer was in the back of my closet. She had to go past 10 oversized sweaters and hoodies to get it. So she was putting it back, like OP was putting it back after dinner. Like the thief had to, yeah, make a lot of effort to get it out there. Oh boy. And my oversized hoodie that she had worn the night before was on the couch next to the door. Okay, bro. Guilty. Guilty. I have always been very generous with my stuff. In fact, I gave her a few things from Reformation this trip because I don't wear them and she liked them. I truly feel like since I said no to this, she decided to just take it because she wanted it probably. Seems very, very, very clear. There's no good explanation why she shouldn't have taken 10 sweaters, or 11 even, with the one on the couch. So I responded, yeah, what the freak? She made the same excuses again and then just said she would mail it back next week. Well, did she do it? I called BS for all the reasons I stated above and told her that's weirdo behavior and I'm, pissed off. I told her to mail it back and that I need space. Am I the butthole for being mad about this? Is it crazy to not even want to be close friends anymore, whether she mails the blazer back or not? So definitely not the butthole. Like OP is not the butthole. The thief is a butthole and yeah, a liar I have to even say. A thief and a liar and like a very, very bad excuses. Crazy. It's like disgusting though. I understand that you don't want to be close friends or at least need some space because essentially this friend for over a decade stole from her. She stole. Just imagine a friend is stealing from you. That's just such a big betrayal and disrespecting your trust and just breaking trust. I will definitely want some space. And if this friend over a decade won't really admit their mistake and tell me that they will do their best, that it won't happen ever again and will make amends, if they're not doing this, I would have to cut them out. Definitely. If they would do those 3 things, right? Admitting was a mistake, do their best that it won't happen again, and make amends, well, then there is soil for building trust in the friendship again. That needs to be built again because it was teared down with his move to a certain extent. So yeah, that's just my opinion. But it's a clear verdict, bro. Here, it's like these judges can't tell me nothing different. Okay, BS. I would have waited until after she mailed it back by saying those things. She's a sneak and a thief, and I wouldn't want to be friends with someone. Okay, they're like, okay, yeah, she shouldn't have angered this thief because she won't mail it back now. Because maybe she says we're not friends anymore, so why should I send it back? Like the same with the wedding suing thing, right? Yeah, whatever. But you know, this again. I want to tell you, bro. Here, even if she's not getting back the blazer. She paid this blazer, she paid it to get truth about her friendship with this person for 10 years. Be grateful that you now know the truth, that this is not your friend. It could have been way worse with something way more important. Just imagine it's about something about family where you're trusting them and they completely ruin you. Or it's about a way bigger amount of money. Or something extremely confidential and they just put the knife in your back, you know? Be grateful. It's just a blazer and you got truth now. That's invaluable, bro. Who said this? It wasn't a movie. If someone is asking you for money, borrow them the money. And if they don't give it back to you, you still won. Clarity that this is not your friend, but it's a rat. What was it? Was a mafia movie, like a gangster movie? Was it a Bronx Tale? It was like a wise guy told this one youngster. There was like this one guy was owing them money. I think it was a Bronx Tale, right? Where this one dude was running away all the time and he was overdue with paying back $20 or something, or $200, whatever. Yeah, he owed them, and then I think the wise guy told the youngster, "Hey, yo, don't chase him anymore. It's all right. Don't chase him." Oh, got some dust there. He said, "Don't chase him anymore. You now know it's not your friend. That's a rat. That's a fraud. This guy." You paid this money to gain truth. And that's the value of it, you know? So yeah. All right, bro. So. Now let's check. Whoops. Let's check if there's another one we will go for or not. And let's check this. If I didn't make the pie that got the most votes because it wasn't on the poll for the first place. Okay, it's very specific. This one is very specific. Ooh. And AITA, I told a friend she couldn't bring her child to my event for refusing to let a woman change the TV channel. I think we're gonna call it a day for today. We're gonna call it a day for today. But it was very interesting, I have to say. The AITA reaction session. And yeah, if you want me to do more of these Reddit reactions, just post a comment under this live stream or under this VOD, and we're gonna do more like this. I know it was pretty different. It wasn't like a Caligari Sisters reaction or Quentin Blackwell reaction or like a content creator YouTuber reaction. It was something different, something text-based on a completely different platform. But it was interesting to do it. And yeah, was exciting. And yeah, that's a very full of variety. So, also if you want to hear me talk about life and psychology and inspirational stuff and what goes through my mind and my heart and ideas, check out the UDYZYZ Live Life channel of mine. You can subscribe right here, check out the videos. And yeah, I will come up with a new schedule for the streaming because I want to get it like on a regular basis again with the streaming. And since we now, yeah, had some trouble in the last few weeks or whatever, I want to establish again the schedule, let's say. So yeah, I want to say thanks to everybody who was part of this UDYZYZ show live stream today. So thanks to Marcel, thanks to Point, thanks to Cindy, and thanks to Michaela that you were part of this show today. And I hope you enjoyed it. And always remember, stay watchful.